In the fitness world, there's no shortage of trendy workouts and alternative exercises. Pilates, high rocks, F45, CrossFit. But is the best kept secret to living a healthy lifestyle and staying active something that was right under our noses? As the years go on, a few of us have taken less and less steps, and that's because of quite a few reasons. A lot of us work from home, or we drive to the office, sit in front of a computer desk all day, and spend a lot of our downtime slopped into the couch. And this is actually turning into quite a big problem. There is a lot of research that shows that inactivity can cause things like diabetes and cancer. So most of the time you'll find me doing stuff like this. Now the problem I have is I can go out for a bike ride for 2 or 3 hours and come home, slouch into the sofa, and by the end of the day it's 9 o'clock at night and I've only done 2,000 steps. I've recently acquired the new Coros watch, so I can track my steps, my heart rate, my sleep, pretty much everything, and a lot of watches do this now. And over the last 4 weeks of using it, my average step count is around about 4,000 to 6,000 at a push. So I decided recently that steps does matter. On top of all the other exercise that I was doing, during the winter I would get more steps in. We've all heard the advice to get 10,000 steps in every day, but where does this advice come from? It turns out that the number has more to do with marketing than science. In the 1960s, the company responsible for the first pedometer in Japan, they released a new step counter with the slogan, "Let's walk 10,000 steps a day." The slogan was catchy and easy to remember, so much so it stuck. Studies show that 7,000 steps a day leads to better health outcomes. But 10,000 is ideal for most people. Exploring more around Kielder Forest and Northumberland, I found it quite easy, but that might get harder as the winter comes. So I started some research looking at the best indoor treadmill that I could find, the best made, the smallest, and at a great price point. So I've decided that I want to do some more steps. The weather isn't the greatest on an evening and it's dark and cold, and well, if I can sit and watch YouTube and catch up on some steps, it's a double win. So I had to do some extensive research. Now it seemed quite quickly that there's 3 sizes in these walking pads or small treadmills: 80 centimetres, 90 centimetres and 100 centimetres. Now the first thing I wanted from this small treadmill was for it to fit somewhere discreetly in my house. It fits under my 1-seat sofa absolutely perfectly. So I went ahead and I bought the 80 centimetre one, the smallest possible one I could find. So I've purchased the smallest treadmill I can find. It goes under my sofa, I can keep up with my steps, and it comes with a remote. Now from the advice that I was given via online forums, get a remote and don't lose it. Apparently once you've bought your treadmill, these are really hard to find on their own to match the treadmill that you've got. This has no buttons on it whatsoever. None. 0. So if I was to lose this, or my son was to misplace it like he does with a lot of stuff, we can no longer use this. Pulling the treadmill out the box, plugging it in, putting the batteries in the remote, turn it on. It did nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Because you need to connect it to the Pip app. Now Pip app is a plugin for runners or treadmill users, and Pip app insists that you register your device with the treadmill. Now that's a bit of a problem if you don't have a smartphone, because you need to scan a QR code, and it seemed this was a lot of the complaints on Amazon. But it wasn't that hard. I registered the device, it activates your warranty, and away you go. For transparency, this isn't an ad. I paid for this treadmill and it got delivered the normal route via Amazon. I haven't used the Pip app as much as I could. It's a little bit like Zwift for runners or walkers, interactive. Other walkers and runners, joggers are online and you can run with them interactively. But I haven't used it that much, and I'll tell you why in a second. Some treadmills actually come with risers, so you can elevate it slightly increasing your heart rate and increasing the intensity. This one does not. When looking at reviews for mini treadmills, I wanted something else. I wanted it to be sturdy. A lot of the treadmills come with feet, but they're not as grippy as these. I'm not even standing on this one, and it will not move just slightly with nudging it about a bit. It's got great rollers on it, and it comes with a little bottle of oil. I've had this 8 weeks and I haven't oiled this yet. But I wanted it to be sturdy. So it starts up with a 3-second timer, and this is its slowest pace. I always think that this would take you a long time to get your steps up. So we'll just up it slightly. This is 1.1 miles an hour. This is a family stroll with a 2-year-old, all linking hands. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, right, we'll go a bit quicker, 9, 2 miles an hour, 2.1, let's whack it up to 3. So I've now got 1 more mile an hour left. So this is a leisurely stroll, I would say, but still quite slow. And I said this could be a treadmill, depending on the size of your step. So the pad itself, you can see from the above view, the tops of my shoes are just going over the top. Now, it took me a couple of weeks to try and get used to how small it was, because there was a couple of occasions where my toe would hit where you can see the pit-pat sign or the dial running. But you can actually just sort of move slightly back onto the pad. And like I said, it does just take some getting used to. There was some occasions when I was getting used to this that I would just clip the side and end up jumping off, but it's not that hard just to jump back in and get your momentum. So let's take it to 4. So this is the max speed. I can get rid of the remote now. This is the max speed that it goes at. But you can run at this pace, but you have to change your stride. I can casually walk at this speed. It's nice. Definitely getting my steps up. Just whilst doing this, I've done 300. Like I said, I can jog at this pace, but I have to change my stride. Like this. I feel like I would like just 1 more mile an hour, because at this pace, just walking, my heart rate is around about 80 or 90. Now, I did 45 minutes on it last night at this pace. I'm taking tiny steps, and I have mastered this a little bit. I wouldn't run like this outside, but at this pace I can get my heart rate to 125. Every 25 minutes I do 6,000 steps. I can find myself watching the traitors, getting a little bit of exercise in, and my heart rate running at 125. Some of the runners out there may say, I wouldn't want to run like that for 45 minutes. I might do myself some damage. Now, I've been doing this for the last couple of weeks. It keeps my steps up. I can let my dinner go down, jump on, put the TV on, and I'm away. If I had something larger in the living room, it would be there all the time. I don't have a massive house, so this is absolutely perfect. Setting my chorus watch to run, jog or walk, I can upload to Strava on this, and this, actually the Pit-Pat app that comes with this, the app in which you have to connect it to the first time, this will upload straight to Strava as well. So if you don't have a fitness watch, whether that be a Garmin, a Wahoo, anything, at least you know the Pit-Pat app can count your steps and it can work out what your distance was, and it'll upload it directly to Strava, which is actually a good benefit. A couple of days ago I uploaded a picture of this treadmill with some stats over the top on Strava. and everyone came into my inbox, oh, where'd you get that? That's a tiny treadmill. Is that a walking platform? How fast does it go? So I thought I'd do a bit of a different video from me. I rarely do product. I have recently been using the new Coros watch, so I'm testing how accurate it is. And for stuff like this, keeping an eye on my steps, my calorie intake, and once again, talking about making our way through the winter and staying as healthy as possible, this is a great option for £60. A small treadmill that you can slide underneath your sofa. So if you feel you haven't done enough steps in the day, hitting that 10,000, then why not get one of these? Like I said, this isn't sponsored and I bought it with my own hard-earned money, but feel free to have a look. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm only on 4,000 steps, so I've got a long way to go. As always, I'm gonna leave this video here. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Whew.